I'm Caitlin, your host of This is Food. Thank you for joining me. Today I have a guest. Her name's Georgia Saler, and she is the owner of Vitality Nutrition and Wellness in Linwald, New Jersey. And we're gonna chat a lot about what she has to offer, and at the very end we're gonna make a fall harvest slaw, so stay with us. So Georgia, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Yes, I'm glad you're here. I'm really excited to get to this. But first, tell me about your business.
So my business is called Vitality Nutrition and Wellness, hence the word vitality is the ultimate goal that we want people to come and experience.
For sure.
So we do nutrition counseling. That's the basis of our business. I'm a registered dietitian. But we also offer other services to support your lifestyle. So we do yoga, meditation, mindful eating. We do all kinds of amazing things. We take people to Italy and on a yoga nutrition retreat. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's like all my favorite things, kind of mixed into one. We got yoga, we got food, we got meditation. I'm all in. So that's really cool. So tell me a little bit more about the services you offer. Like if I were a client coming to you, needing help on, changing my diet or just the lifestyle, what can you do for me?
Okay, so first of all, we believe that nobody's the same. So everybody needs an individualized program because we all have our own genetic imprint. Okay,
for sure.
So that's first and foremost what we do. So, but we offer a lot of different things. So we do genetic testing if somebody's interested in learning that. We might focus on Ayurvedic on your doshas. We do meal plans. We teach you how to cook.
That's really cool.
We do micronutrient testing. We test for SIBO, leaky gut. So we do some really amazing state-of-the-art tests.
Wow,
so
that's really neat. So you do that all there, or do you?
We do it all there. We have a phlebotomist that will come to us.
Okay.
But I also deal with online clients. So we have wherever my lab is all over the country. So we have phlebotomists that can go anywhere you are in the country.
Oh, so you can help somebody all the way in California. They would just go get their blood work?
Exactly. I would just send them their lab slip and they can go right to their local lab to get
That's really amazing. That's really cool. So to me, I didn't realize this. Actually, I was just browsing around your website prior to this interview, and I found out that you can use insurance for these services. And I think everybody kind of looks at health as like an option, or like, not necessarily as like a health situation. So I was really surprised, like what kind of client could use their insurance? Anybody, or is it specific qualifications?
Okay, so realize every insurance company is totally different, Caitlin. So, but basically nowadays the focus in medicine is prevention.
Right.
So nutrition is definitely on there. Like for example, Aetna is really great. They give their patients many visits a year. Horizon Blue Cross gives their people some visits, and really sometimes it depends on their medical condition.
Okay.
So every insurance company is a little bit different, but generally most insurances are covered. Now we at Vitality, I'm credentialed in New Jersey.
Okay.
So that's really the basis. Except for Medicare, I'm anywhere in the country.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. That's definitely helpful for somebody that's really trying to make that lifestyle change, because I know, we talked about this a little bit prior, but you brought in yoga and meditation to your practice to help people with that lifestyle. Do you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I believe that meditation, adding that really makes the difference, because it's a group, so they also have the support where they feel safe to make these changes, and they see people making these changes.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what I see, and the things that
really
they
cool.
share, like depression, they're feeling so much better. Chronic pain from meditation. One person said to me the other day, I was able to fly without my medicine.
It's amazing. And I firsthand have noticed that change as far as doing yoga and that meditation as helping me with my anxiety. I mean, it really can work. I mean, so you are a yoga instructor?
I am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I've been teaching for like 25 years.
And then you also run marathons?
I don't run marathons anymore.
Okay.
I used to.
Okay.
I ran 8 of them,
Okay.
and then I pretty much stopped. You can't really run or really be really passionate in your business and be running marathons.
You have a lot going on, so that's excusable.
But I did, Caitlin, I just got back from Spain and I hiked the El Camino. I just
amazing.
hiked 500 miles in 36 days.
Okay.
I walked all the way across Spain, and that was pretty life-changing.
Yeah, that
so-
sounds beautiful.
So I still do different crazy things.
Yeah, and I did see also bar. Now, I do yoga, but I have not done bar, and it's something I want to try. I just haven't.
You got to try it.
I do?
And if you live up here, you got to try it, because
Okay.
bar is such a wonderful, low-impact exercise. It's like combining Pilates and yoga at the same thing, but a little feminine. You feel sexy. You know,
Oh.
it's great. You have to
All
try
right,
it.
I'm really intrigued now. I'm definitely going to have to. So tell me more about what health issues you've helped cure or maintain through food.
Okay, so a lot of times, I think the number one thing that I see is people come in feeling very lethargic.
Okay.
I want more energy. I just don't have the energy to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So that one is number one. They feel better. They have more energy. Skin's feeling better, just feeling like they're able to live the life they're meant to live.
Yeah, it's so
that's
important.
number one. I see the blood sugars, when they're committed, they can get their blood sugars under control really quickly.
Okay.
Like really quickly. So I see that. I see medications
Okay.
go down, blood pressure become into control. Of course, all their lipids go into control, and their triglycerides pretty quickly when they
Okay.
make that commitment.
What are some type of foods, like for blood pressure, maybe, that people you see might be eating a lot of, and that's pushing their blood pressure up?
Okay, so processed foods, number one.
They're just-
Processed foods, lunch meats, takeout, any place from a window,
My lunch meats, I'm always so confused about that, because if you get like a real piece of meat and just cut it thin, is that the same as like going and getting like a butterball pound of ham or turkey or something?
That's much better.
Which one is?
To just cut it thin, get a piece of meat. Absolutely.
Okay, that's because that's what I try to do when I go to the food store and get my lunch meat. I try to get, like I see what actual meat they have, and then I'll get it cut. That is one thing that always confuses me. They're like, eat it, it's good, it's not, it's bad, so I just wanted to maybe
because all
bring some
those other
clarity.
ones, they use a saline pump, and they just pump it up with sodium and nitrates and other things to make it.
It's so gross.
And it doesn't serve a person at all.
No.
It doesn't make you feel good.
And it's really sad. That's kind of what happened in our food industry. I mean, it just doesn't need to be that way. I don't know, if you could change anything about the way America eats, what's the first thing you would change?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so first, I would recommend people to eat seasonally,
Yes.
eat locally.
I read that the Queen of Britain does that.
It's amazing. When you go to other parts of the world, you do not see as much. When we go to the grocery store here, we see every single fruit, every vegetable that exists any time of the year.
Yeah.
But when you
It
go,
confuses
like
me.
when I did the Camino, we went in, only what was available right now were we able to eat. So one part of we were eating peppers a lot.
Okay.
We were eating snap peas a lot.
Yeah.
So what I would love to see, because our body, our microbiome, has the bacteria to digest what's in season right now. When we eat out of season, we're not going to be able to digest the foods as well.
That's interesting. It's connected.
It's totally connected.
Oh my
So
God, I never knew that.
I would say seasonally, locally. Then I would say eat whole, real foods, no processed foods, or really try to cut them out. And then I would say, the next thing I would say is sit down at a table, not a couch, and unplug.
Right.
And no TV or checking your phone or the mail, I would say, and sit down with people you love and have a pleasant conversation, not have a conversation over bills or something that's bothering you, because it really affects your digestion.
It's so interesting.
And I would take that time to, also have appreciation and gratitude for your food. That's how I would, if I could see an ultimate way. And so we eat more mindfully that way.
That's mindful eating then, because I was going to ask you, I know you do try to advocate a lot for that, so that's what you would consider mindful eating?
That is absolutely one facet. I think how mindful eating is how we eat, because we're always so focused, we see in every magazine on what to eat, but we don't really focus on how to eat.
Okay.
And I think how we're going to eat, like I just said, sit at a table, because when we sit at a couch in front of the TV, the bag's out, and we just continue, and then the bag's gone, and we don't even remember we ate it. So now the brain doesn't think we ate. So now we're actually hungry again, and now we're off doing it again. So
that's so interesting.
when I have my mindful eating classes, I'll give them a peach. Most times people can't even finish a whole peach when they eat mindfully. They feel full, they feel satisfied, they feel like they've gotten all those flavors. So it's so amazing. When
I grew up like, it's dinner time. Sit down at the table with your family, and we're gonna eat dinner now. And I love that my parents did that for me, because I try to implement it now in my daily life with my children and my husband. And
that's great.
We ran into things like, I'm the mom, so I'm cooking and I'm cleaning up and I'm serving and I'm doing everything. So I have my 3 boys sitting at the table, and here I am taking a bite of something like as I can, because I'm mom. So that's just how moms roll. But that's really interesting. I think I'm going to try to change that up a little bit, so I can sit with my family, because it is important, and I do value that. And I think that's something that's great that you do that with your family. It's such a gift, because then we tend to do what our parents did and our parents did. And if I'm seeing that with a lot of like millennials and a lot of families right now, that's why I bring that up, that they don't have that time to sit there. So some kids don't even know what it's like to have a family meal. Everybody just forages. So it's good. That is true. I mean, I've had my son's friends come over, and they'd be like, why are we sitting down? Like, and I'm like, where are you going to go? Like, where are you going to go? To me, it's just like how you do dinner. So
That's so funny.
It is. It's funny. It is. But I never really thought about that as mindful eating. I didn't realize that that's what that was. So that's really.
There's so much research about how mindful eating can help a person maintain their weight and their health. You probably hear a lot of people with IBS and a lot of digestive issues, and eating mindfully can really alleviate a lot of that.
Yeah. So is there any specific thing that you like to specialize in, or that you do specialize in?
Okay. So I specialize in working with people who struggle with diets and disordered eating.
Okay.
So I help them achieve a natural weight and to be able to feel amazing.
Okay, cool.
My main specialty.
The main goal, like that lifestyle change again, like, you need people to take into consideration every part of their life, and that I think is the hardest part for people to do. I mean, it's so easy to grab something from the food store and make it dinner. They have frozen everything, or pre-made everything, and I think it's really important for people to just put a little effort into changing how they eat. And I also I really think that people don't realize, a lot. I say people, but I guess as a whole, like not everybody, but some people don't realize that, some of the things that we buy on the shelves in the food store are so bad for you, I went through a series within myself where I kind of cut all the stuff out of my house, and I got rid of all the stuff with the high fructose corn syrup and everything, and actually my kids are still trying to adjust. He'll be like, why does this syrup taste like this?
Really?
Yeah, and like they're young, so you would think that they'd just kind of be, go with it, because it doesn't taste bad. It's just different.
No, and it'll just take some time, and eventually they will think that that's normal. Then they'll go over a friend's house, and they'll give them that syrup, and they'll be like, oh, that doesn't taste right.
Yeah. So tell me more. I want to talk more about your yoga and the yoga sessions that you offer in your studio, but we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right, good. Thanks.
How did you know it was time for break?
He came over and...
Okay.
Hi, my name's Casey Price, host of a brand new show called Everyday Elder Care. My show will help you take the stress out of caring for your elderly loved one by educating you about options and solutions you may not even know exist. Tune in every Tuesday at noon on RVN TV. We'll see you there.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration. Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
You know, how did you end up making this?
Love my style, I'm dancing tonight. My smile from pearly white side. Love myself, love my style. Pearly white, love your smile. From teens to grown-ups faces, they can change your life. All ages and all faces. Your smile from pearly white. Love yourself, love your style. Pearly white, love your smile.
And then you want to talk about your food program, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
And we can maybe talk about
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
I'll ask you.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Assurance. It's a word,
So
a
how's it going
touch,
so far?
a
I
look
think good.
that sparks a feeling. Peace of mind that everything will be all right. These are the moments that inspire us to do more than you'd ever expect from a car insurance
Okay, you
company
said it was new. I didn't.
at a price that's less than you'd expect.
Exactly.
This is more than just insurance.
That's fine.
This is Plymouth Rock Assurance. Visit us at PlymouthRock.com.
Oh my gosh, here she's going. She's going vulnerable.
Hey everyone, welcome back to This is Food with my guest Georgia Saler. And right before we left, we were talking a little bit about her yoga services inside of her clinic. So do you want to just tell me more about that? Like if I were to walk in, what would I see and what can I get?
Okay, so we offer classes right now for more basics, person that never really has done yoga, or if you have done yoga that's looking for a very more authentic, we do a style of yoga called tri-yoga, so where we focus on the breath, the movement, and it's in a flowing, slow rhythm. And we only offer 6 people to take a class, so it's a very intimate studio, so it's not a lot of people. So if you want to have more adjustments, you can get that during class, or if you want to be left alone, you're allowed to have that also.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think a lot of the times the breathing in yoga, if somebody's in there with, anxiety or anything, the breathing has really helped me personally, and so I think that's really good when somebody's in there trying to get that lifestyle change, to focus on a smaller group. I like that idea.
absolutely, the breath. You're right. That was the longest thing to really learn about. How do I breathe? I mean, you think it's so simple, but it was
like a light bulb when I realized that it's breathe in through the nose, out through your nose. The slower you go, the longer the exhale, it slows down your heart rate, all of that. So
I remember that, my diaphragm and expanding. What do you mean? I'm doing this backwards.
Yeah. It really it's life changing, guys. If you're struggling, do it. But so you just went to Italy on a retreat. And I know you touched on that, but I'm so mad I didn't know you before because I would have went and tell me about it.
So we took a group of women to Italy. And it just so happened it was women, and it was amazing. We went to Amalfi Coast. We every morning we woke up, we did yoga. We had vegetarian food along the way, so we had a vegetarian breakfast, and then we went on a tour, whatever we might have did. We did a hike. We went to Capri. We went on a boat ride. We went into Positano. We did a lot of different things. So we'd come home, we did yoga, we do an evening program, maybe a nutrition program, or we do meditation. We had some dancing. We had so much fun.
Oh my God, it sounds like perfect.
So yeah, we're going to get ready to do another one next year. We're in the planning exactly if we're going to go to Greece or back to Italy. We're not really sure. We'll know that really soon.
Okay, that's good. I'll keep that in mind for sure. So I know we're going to be doing this fall harvest slaw soon, but before we do that, maybe let's just tell everybody how they can make some simple changes at home to eat mindful, like you said, or just to throw away the processed food and to, grab something that's a little bit better, like for a snack. Like, what are some simple ways that we can do that?
Okay, so to be more mindful, number one, like we talked about, really learning to be able to sit down, and clean out your table. Get rid of all the stuff on your dining room table, the mail and everything, so you have a sit-down place. The other thing is, when you do make something, maybe instead of just putting it away in a big dish, get like little bowls so it can be like takeout for lunch. You can...
And portion control.
And portion control. So after dinner, you're portioning leftovers for the next day. That's a really great way of meal prepping along the week instead of spending 4 hours on Sunday, because I hear that's a lot of a struggle for people.
Yeah.
So you can kind of do it throughout, if you eat something for dinner, you can have it for lunch, or, maybe take your meal and make it into a lunch.
Okay, cool. So, all right, let's get started and make this slaw. And tell me what we got going on here.
Okay, so we're going to make this slaw. The reason we're going to make Asian slaw is because it's in season. It's going to be really quick. Most people need to incorporate more vegetables into their diet. So we're just going to make a really, really quick slaw. So I'm just going to take some. This is cabbage. I did it at home before I got here. So you can also buy it already shredded. You can, like broccoli slaw, you can do anything with this. Okay, so right there we have that. Then I'm going to take some lime juice. I'm going to take some limes and just put them through. Yeah, you can always buy the lime already juiced, but it's not going to taste as good. It's going to have some sort of ugh.
Yeah.
So this is going to be definitely more desirable. So it's going to make it so nice. You're going to feel so, I like, in the summertime, I might call it, without adding some of these things that we're adding now, I call it like I am in the limelight slaw. So I like to put affirmations into my food, so we, we become connected to our food, and we connected to our dreams and our visions in our life.
I love that. It is true. I mean, I learned so much today talking with you about how our souls are so connected, to everything we put inside our bodies, and it's really interesting. It's really important to, treat it well, like as we always do, our health and everything.
It's so true. It's so true. And that's what I learned really early in my life, was how food affects how I felt. And I knew really young, 9 years old, how I had a passion for food. I grew up in the typical household that was processed food. It was like, that was really cool. So
yeah.
And when I got to be in teenage years, my grandmother introduced me to eating really clean when I went and visited her, and I was like, oh, I feel so good.
Yeah.
So I started at 16 cooking my own food.
Good for you.
Yeah,
and then look, here you are now. Look at that.
Yeah.
It was definitely.
And so that's what I do, is try to teach people to eat a diet that's good for them, that's going to not cause their body harm, and for them to live in harmony with the earth, so they can live the life they came here to live.
Oh,
that's
I love
really
that.
my mission.
That was olive oil that you just put in
I
there?
just put olive oil, and actually this is really special. This is olive oil that I got in Spain. Spain produces most of the olive oil in the world. Actually, we think it's Italy, but it's Spain. So, and it's so much better. So I know we don't have much time, so I better keep going. So so far that's all I had to do here, and then we're going to put some cranberries in, and these are cranberries that are not with high fructose corn syrup. This is with apple juice sweetened, fruit sweetened. I did get them at Whole Foods.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a mortar and pestle, and I'm going to just put some more texture here. So I'm going to put some pumpkin seeds. So
I love pumpkin seeds.
They're in season. These are raw. So we have that. And then I'm going to use some flax seeds for your omega-3s, for your healthy lignans, to prevent chronic diseases and cancer. And then we're going to put a little bit of chili powder in.
Get some kick. I like that too.
Just a little bit.
So we just have the cabbage, we have the sweetened dried cranberries, we have some lime, olive oil, and then the 3 things you just
And then we're going to put a little bit of salt.
Okay.
And I'm just going to...
Just so you know, all of this will be on thehidinspire.com, and for the recipe, I'll write it out and everything and put it on there for you.
And realize any recipe can always be changed by your mood and what's going on. Like you can totally change this up by how you're feeling or what's in your house. A lot of times I feel, oh, I can't make that because I don't have their stuff. Well, use the foundation.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe you don't have lime, but you have brown rice vinegar. So put a couple tablespoons of brown rice vinegar.
What about lemon? Can you switch it out for lemon?
You can. I don't prefer it myself.
Okay.
Lemon isn't my favorite for this, but you could. Okay, so I have it mashed, but I have a little bit of texture here. So we have a little bit of crunch because a lot of times I hear from my clients, I need to have crunch, meaning potato chips and corn chips.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can have crunch from eating other things. So then we're just going to put this in here.
That's funny.
So now we're going to have, and that's it. I mean, now what you could do is if you had a mason jar, you could put it in there and then you have, bring it for lunch.
It looks so good and so simple. I mean, that's it? You're not putting anything else in?
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, if we want to make it have more, actually, let's make it have a little more color because, we eat with our eyes. You asked about being mindful at home in the kitchen. So we do eat with our eyes. So we want to make sure that it's pretty. So right there, we could just add a little bit.
I mean, I think it's pretty, but I get it. The orange will definitely make it prettier. I'm trying to show the camera.
Because when we have that, the different colors have different nutrients that are going to heal different parts of our body and maybe even our energy centers. So right there. And now I think we're good.
Yeah. Really cool. So you just are starting a new program called Foodome. And what is that about?
Okay, so Foodome is a year-long program that really helps a person become have a positive relationship with food, that they're able to use those mindful eating techniques. They're able to know that how they're eating is right for their bodies, so they feel really good. We learn lots of different things. We incorporate whatever sort of a meditation that works for them, some sort of movement that works for them. A lot of times people think, oh, I have to go into whatever's in fad, whether it's CrossFit or bar, but you have to find what's right for you. So we really incorporate all of those things, so people get the results that they're looking for.
Yeah. So is this something that people can do all over through your website? And it is. Okay. So you don't have to be local. So that's really cool.
No. So it's going to be throughout the world. So
that's really cool.
We're branching out. So.
Yeah. Now, how long would this last in the refrigerator?
I'm not a big leftover, like 2-3 days. That's it. It's not going to go much longer than that. But it will be better. Like honestly, tomorrow it'll be even better.
Yeah. When the juices
when they marinate and they
really cool.
One.
So tell me, how can everybody contact you?
Okay, so you can reach us through vitalitynwc.com. That's our website. So you can even schedule an appointment right through the website. You can call us. 609-904-5627.
Cool. So I'm going to just taste this real quick, make sure. It's really good. It's really good.
Good.
Awesome. So that's it, guys. This is food. This is really what food is. Georgia, thank you so much for joining us. This was great. This will be shared, and have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Everything's good.
Let's face it, pee stinks. I'm Jerry, a professional carpet cleaner. The main reason why people call me is to remove odor out of their carpets. They say nothing works. Well, I created a product that does. Max Impact Odor Remover. Spray it on, scrub it in, and leave it. Spray it in the toilet after flushing. It's a great bathroom air freshener. Max Impact Odor Remover, the professional product for your home. Call Order a Line today.